Oh well, hello there YouTube. This is one of my lawn garden tours. What you're gonna see here is my eggplants, and they all have flowers coming on. So the eggplants will be here soon. I love that because I keep trying to grow the eggplants here in zone 4. Here's some pickling cucumbers I got going up this trellis here. And some radish that went to seed. I left it there for the bees. Here I got my yellow zucchini. And in this bed here is my sweet pepper bed. Bell peppers and other sweet peppers. This is my Asian sweet pepper. It's a brown pepper. It's really sweet. Shishito pepper, just in case there. Here I'm trying some tomatillos this year. They're all putting on tomatillos. So I'm gonna see if I can get some good salsa verde going. Over here we have the fabulous grapevine. And I do have a few grape clusters. Hopefully you can see that. I have another one there. There's about 4, and I have a green grape over there. It has a cluster on it. Last year it didn't give me any grape clusters, but this year pretty good. I'm trying onions this year. These are my extras, so I stuck them in the bed on the side here. I have 4 peanut plants I'm trying out this year. Some Swiss chard, more onions. I use a lot of onions. Some snapdragons tucked in, some zinnias. And I planted some sweet potato slips in to come up underneath when I take all these things out. At least I'll still have sweet potatoes growing. Here's my big potato bed here. It's almost time. They started flowering. I took the buds off, hoping that helps with bigger potatoes. At the end, here's some sweet sugar snap peas. Lovely. And this is the brassica patch. I have some purple broccoli here, some purple cabbage. I have heads of lettuce on the sides. It's hard to see. Underneath here, I have some celery and a couple of beet plants tucked in. I have my kohlrabi, and look how nice the kohlrabi's a pretty nice size. So I'll be doing a harvest video soon. Have fennel stuck in here. This is my, oh, I can't call the name right now. Brussels sprouts. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I keep trying to grow them. So I try to grow them every year. Last year I ended up with the Brussels sprout leaves. They taste wonderful. Some more peas. And on this side I've already started my cucumbers to trellis up on the opposite side of the peas. Trying to use all my space this year. There's some Asian cabbage that went to seed. So the bees love it, so I left it there. Here are some whole lettuce heads. It's the butter crunch lettuce. Whole heads of lettuce. So I'll be taking them out soon because it's getting warm here in zone 4. Have a little sunflower here. Here is my beets and my turnips. And if you take a look down here, you see that purple? Can you see it? Let me see if I can get closer. Right in there. Oh, the leaves keep coming over. So they're ready to come out. On this side I have some carrots, and they're going pretty good. I'm gonna have some, they're purple carrots, and they're growing pretty well. So I'm doing good with carrots this year. Some more beets, because we like the beets. We like to pickle them, and we just like to eat beets. They're pretty healthy. And last year I did purple sweet potatoes. So this year I'm putting a lot of different types of sweet potatoes to see which ones do the best. Again, on the edges, I have onions tucked in. My tomatoes are across the fence line, and they go all the way around. Those are my paste tomatoes over there. Here is my main onion bed, and I'm looking to get some really big onions. If you look down here, they're growing really, really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's some of my asparagus, my little asparagus patch I started last year. This is a cranberry bush, and I'm going to be moving that to the front yard. Fruit garden in the front with the fruit trees as an understory. Some more peas. And in this area here, I have sweet potatoes and watermelons. And if you see these T-posts, I get my cattle panel this week, and I'm gonna have the watermelons go up over the cattle panel, so that should be pretty nice. See how big they get this year. You know, last year I got a few small watermelons. Again, these are my paste tomatoes. They're looking pretty healthy. I stuck in some marigolds and more sweet potatoes down there, and a little fennel in the back. So I'm trying some new onions this year, new types of onions. Fennel. I have some leeks, a whole bed of leeks over there. Those are my butter beans coming up in this cage. They'll wrap around this little teepee. Here's my garlic, my hard-neck garlic. Stuck a little cabbage in the end because it's almost time for them to come out. And you see I've removed the scapes already. And I dehydrate those so they don't go to waste. These are little containers with hot banana peppers in the back and some more melons coming up in the front, and I'll put that up to the cattle panel, so they'll come over the cattle panel from this side. And these are volunteer tomatoes, believe it or not, out of our compost. So I don't know what type of tomatoes they are, but they volunteered and they're healthy. I seem to have volunteer tomatoes everywhere this year. This is a bag of extra onions that I had, so I stuck them in this bag, and I'm going to get some nice sized onions out of that too. I use a lot of onions when I cook. This is a thistle plant, and it gives a nice purple flower. It's kind of, you know, tricky to deal with because those little spikes, they prick you. They shock you while you're out here, so you can't be too sleek. Here's some more fennel. It's a bag of fennel. It's growing pretty nice. Something new this year, so I don't know how big it'll get. This is my hot pepper bed, and I have some more eggplant stuck around the edges. On the corners, I put my cherry tomatoes, and they'll go all the way up and around this little border that I put here. So I figured that would be kind of cute. Here's some more carrots. These are like miniature. They don't get as big as regular carrots, but they're orange. I figure I'd try it out on the family. These are my wonderful North Dakota strawberries. They are huge. I pick strawberries every day. They've seeded themselves in the yard. And so when I separate them this year, I just put strawberries all over the place. And this will be my second strawberry patch here. And back here is my leeks. And I figured when they come out, I have 2 sweet potato plants I tucked in there. And on this side, these are my pickling cucumbers and regular cucumbers that come up on this little fence here. So I did a few changes this year, but everything is going well in the garden. We're trying new things, and hopefully on another video I'll do a tour and show you all the fruit trees that we got going. These are raspberries. Remember how small it was last year? It's huge now. I don't see them putting out too many extra runners. I haven't seen many pop up out of the ground, but it's one big bush. So, and I added in a little blackberry plant here, so hopefully next year it really poofs out. I put a little strawberry underneath my Alberta peach tree. And if you remember, I had got a contender peach tree ordered, and they sent me to Alberta on accident. But look how wonderful it is. It really grew. Over here, I had some extra potatoes, so I put it in a cardboard box, filled it up with dirt, and extra potatoes will be there. Here is my little wildflower bucket. Marigolds and wildflowers and a sunflower. Here's our herb patch. All of our herbs are in here. We had a weed issue, so we had to go in and tear up a bunch of soil and get the weeds and wild grass this year. Some grass we don't even have on the property, you know. And this was a volunteer tomato, so I put it in a pot, gave it a cage. Let me see, over here is thyme. We have a few little cups of thyme there. This is my overwintered oregano, and again in the compost there was a tomato plant, so I have no idea what tomato it is, but it's strong and it's wonderful. It's growing. Tucked in a couple of nasturtiums right there. That'll be fine. And here is our overwintered sage. So it bloomed already. It's dropping seeds, so to drop it in the herb garden, so that'll work. But just giving you a little update on our Zone 4 garden here in Bentry Gardens. And my next video, I'll just go on a tour, because I've put in a lot of fruit trees and a nice little flower garden and a little cantaloupe run, I'll call it, with that LeBlanc melon I tried last year that I liked so much, if you remember. I moved my little salad bags over here so they'd be out of the sun. They're in the shade, but I have to harvest them in a harvest video also. Okay, well, bye for now. This is Lucy from Bentry Gardens.